Hi, this is Sherry Veronica, and I was just talking to someone. When I speak to some people in Barbados, they remind me of the older people who built Barbados up from the ground. They built Barbados up from the ground. And this particular worker is saying that she feels as though when all the sweat, tears, and blood that have gone into her service, when it's all said and done, she's not going to have much to show for it. So I'm going to let this youth and empowerment and this hard working female speak to you today. Welcome into the studio.
Hi, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
I working for community development for over 23 years as a half-time maid for 5 hours. I find over the years of doing this job, when I look and see that my salary is still at the same, and I have to be struggling, paying rent in a same government unit. I have a son going to school at the St. Michael's School. I have spoken to officers on numerous times, letting them know that I would like to know what's going to happen the next couple of years when I have to resign, what my pay will look like. I'm having a 14-year-old. They refuse to acknowledge me over the years. Right now, I feel the suffering because I can't move no further than where I am right now because I don't have no power. My power is very low. So I want to know how it is that we change from community development to youth and empowerment. And I that went through the blood, sweat, and tears, being not acknowledged, but how it's going to go forward with the youth for tomorrow. When we say the generation is for tomorrow, them is the ones that who are going to bring the joy. But I know that was there so long, feeling all the pain for 23 years and ain't getting what I deserve. Because 25 hours a day is not no money. 25 hours a day.
It's 25 hours a week. 25 hours a week. 25 hours a week.
A week, sorry.
Okay.
25 hours a week. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I have to take some of that money and go on Fridays and go and hustle and sell juices out there to try to put food on my table because the money they're paying us cannot sustain a family.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
sometimes they take you and carry you all over the place. They want you will go walking distance to a job. Then you go and leave a walking distance job sometimes to even go and pay a bus fare, which is $30 a week you will have to pay if you are traveling for 5 days a week.
mm-hmm.
The government have a van that they can come and assist you as a worker, and they don't even want to do that for you. We need to stop lying to ourselves.
You have to what? Stop lying? Stop lying?
Lying.
Oh, okay.
Lying to ourselves and our children. We children deserve to know the truth.
Agreed.
If you don't have enough to get your children as a poor person to that high level, you in big trouble. There's no help in this place for you and your children.
But the governor, the central bank governor, and Mia Motley, and a whole host of people are saying you're doing so well. The tourism people are saying, oh my God, there's so many people on the island, so much money coming in. So you're not seeing any of that money?
No, not the same. Even when it comes to sick benefits, you're going to be a whole week. You done already going back to work and you still didn't get them benefits. And I was paying national insurance from the time I was 16 years. I was hired from 16. And I tell them that it's time for me to move on than stagnating in this 25 hours a day.
$25, 25 hours a week. A
A
week.
week. I can't say a bit. 24 hours a week. I try my best to tell them, listen, I will have to resign to move on. This money is not enough for me and me and my family. I got a son there, he wants to become a pilot.
A what?
Right now, my son, a pilot.
Okay.
He wants to do aviation. He want to do aviation. You know, aviation course is $60,000 till he finish school. So how 25 could get me at 100. The next 9 years is when I gonna retire. And when I come home, I ain't coming home with the money.
Mm-hmm.
So we down here suffering, I be pretending morning, noon, and night. We have to stop that.
Okay.
Some kids coming home and they ain't got nothing to eat or drink. If I don't go there and do this extra work, I won't have nothing to eat nor drink. That money cannot buy food for me. It's hard to have a job. So even then, that out there, that when you look at the people out there in the stores that are selling clothes and jewelry, them even taking all the job that us do for the weekends. Them out there selling juices and water in a cooler park right in front of in town. That mean they suffering too?
Mm-hmm.
Or if they're suffering, they won't be doing what
Exactly.
So we lying to ourselves until we accept the truth. We can live a life in next 25 years. I ain't even get to 50, next 25 years. Because we here shorter. So we want to make some changes, man.
I agree.
Had enough. I sit with this here alone and I keep going on and pushing myself every day to motivate myself to go to this job. But by the end of the day, when I look, I ain't nothing for me.
Mm-hmm.
So if I got nothing, I can't help the child.
Exactly.
And I Sherry say all the time, don't bring children and be in poverty.
Exactly.
Because I live in poverty. Don't care if you build the biggest house or you live in the ghetto and you build the biggest house, you still in poverty.
Right.
I see people build a bigger house in ghetto and got 2 cars, like not by the house, but they still suffering because they still got to pay for their things.
Right.
And they got children too. You know how much children is getting they let in the ghetto each day? It's like a war village to raise children in the ghetto. God can only speak from where they come from. But it's time for we to wake up and deal with reality. We just fast to get a thing said, but we don't look to let people know how we suffering. Because we be ashamed of your own self. But the Bible said, if you could be ashamed of yourself, God will be ashamed of you too.
Mm-hmm.
God, He created me. We like to talk about this Christian life, you know. And how we done this, or we got CXCs, we got this. But where we going? Nowhere. If I did, as a single mother, I didn't push my children to reach to these schools that they plan that is all this hierarchy schools or whatever they call it. Believing in that if I send them there, that things can get better for them. I done already passed through one and see that where he ain't end up with a big job. I know pushing the 14-year-old to see what he get in the end. So all this run from community development into youth empowerment, we be at the same time though. That's why a lot of youth get killed today. Because they come from dysfunctional homes and get killed, they're killing the one another. because the programs are set for them. Everything happening for the top. And we on the bottom, we hit them hard from the face every day. But we got too much pride. And after pride comes shame.
All right.
Shame on me. And then we say we bringing people from outside to save them. Well, Barbados hungry and suffering, we can't help nobody though.
Well, you're going over to Jamaica to help them right now as we speak.
Jamaica?
You know there was a, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the hurricane that just happened in Jamaica, and Barbadians are, well, your government is sending, help. And the only help you need at a time like that is food and money.
I don't know how we're gonna help these people. I can't help the people that right here. But when everything start with me and everything going to end with me. So being the one, be separated from slavery time. The young people didn't even care about the slavery. Only boy care about slavery is me. That ain't true, eh? You cannot grow like that. You gotta pull up all of them bees that wrong. You know what I mean? You gotta pull up all of them. We need to start all over as a people.
I agree.
We need to start over. We living too much last for the years. We lost everything down here. Everything is last. I want this. I want that. I want third. We never look back and see where we come from. We gonna look from where we come from. The people that work for salaries here, that is officers. We just get big salaries. They don't ask if another man how he's surviving.
Right.
They don't donate nothing back to society. You know what they do? They torment people on the bottom. I know since young people on a different rank, but they just want guidance. I work at community center, and I see the young people there now get some crates and build, for sheep. They're raising sheep now. Instead of saying idling and shooting and getting problems, they're doing something for themselves. But down here is pure separation, don't mind the body. Pure separation down here.
Okay.
Pure separation.
All right. Well, keep me updated. Just keep me updated. I know I talk to you every now and again, but we have to go on the radio more. But just keep me updated with how you're feeling and how if there's any progression, if you are seeing a glimpse, a light, something. Just keep me updated, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for your time.
You're welcome. This is Sherry Veronica, Naked Departure Radio.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.